Well, here we are back on VP4TV. We're not covering this tournament. I think it's a 9-ball in the 10-footer single elimination race to 5 tournament that's on at the moment. We're just filling some time in, leading up to the bottom of the hour, which is about 20 minutes away. We have another loss side match in this year's we should say it correctly, last year's 2023 Virtual 10-Ball World Championship coming up. It's between Josemacuen and Sergeresh. Sergeresh has yet to show up. Jose's in getting a bit of practice. Meanwhile, in this match, we've got Larry, who at the moment is 2-0 up. Let's have a quick look at this bracket. We've got Spectre Dawn through to round 2. He got a bye, as did Preacher. So there's 2 matches going on at the moment. You get Fast Eddie and Chris Ad. Eddie's 3-0 up, so he's looking good in that one. And of course, the winner of this match that we're in will go on to play Spectre Dawn. And Larry's looking as if he's going 3-0 up. Got to remember though, this is a 10-footer. It is different, bigger table, bigger shots. Yeah, good evening. I thought I would just drop in and have a look at this, just until nearer the time. Might as well. We've got Larry about to go 3-0 up, and Spectre Dawn's waiting on him, so that could be a good match to watch. We'll see some of it, probably not all of it. I'm assuming that this. I'm assuming it's no handicap because Larry's a couple of 100 points more than Stefan, and Stefan's getting nothing. Presume it is. Handicap, no. Didn't think so looking at that. Switched out my monitor. And you affect all the settings. What the hell have you done there then? You swapped it. But what settings? What settings have you messed up? The settings in the monitor that you've swapped over? Or are you talking about Virtual Pool 4? Because the only thing you have to change is the resolution. Or the monitor settings, well, there's nothing really. You shouldn't really be changing anything in the monitor at all. I mean, you want Virtual Pool 4 to be the same as your desktop window, the same resolution. So that's the only thing you really need doing. I mean, there's the default settings in the monitor for colour and all of that are automatically set in Windows in that sense, unless you start messing about with that. Well, is there not a reset button to set it to default? There must be. Well, in amongst that lot, Stefan managed to get a rack on the board. Well, Larry's going to have to try and bump towards the 9, but if he hits the 9 too heavy, he could end up behind the 8 ball here. Well, he hasn't got there because he's missed the 4, but he's got away with it. Watch the cue ball. Oh. I'm still trying to work out who Todd Hoffenberg is. Well, I don't know what Stefan did there, but it's Larry back at the table. Is it? Well, welcome everybody. We're here early for the Jose. Who the hell is he playing again? Sergeresh. 1 lost side match. He did tell me before but you've got to tell me on the night most of the time because I can't remember. Speak of the devil, there's Jose. Get focused, Jose, and no numptiness. That's the golden rule. Don't be doing stupid things. So Larry's going to be 1 away for a match-up with Spectre Dawn. Oh, I've got the camera at the wrong settings. I was playing snooker earlier on. Hang on. I could tell with the table looking like a bowling alley. That's better. I like that for streaming. Yes, I think it's at 6:30 Sunday evening. I'll be doing that, and then it's back to work Monday morning. Yeah, back to work on Monday. Bit of news as far as my team goes for the weekend. Yeah, it should be finished tomorrow. The accused was in the box today, and the prosecuting lawyer did his bit, and then the defence lawyer did his bit. We were in there. It started at just after 10 o'clock, and once the 2 lawyers had done their bit, that was it. The judge told us to go home and come back tomorrow at 10. So the judge will be doing his summing up tomorrow and giving us guidance on what we should be looking at when we go to the jury room, and it'll be all over. It bloody better be, because I'm back at work Monday. I don't want to be messing about with this. There's no way it's not going to finish tomorrow. Yeah, what I was saying there was Bill sent me a message on Facebook earlier today. I'm sort of reading between the lines. I think that he plays MC Clarkey in the 1 loss side. Watch that cue ball in the 10 ball World Championship, and I think Bill might have had a proposal sent through to him for Saturday. I'm not sure, but Bill's asked if Larry could fill in for him. So I have changed my lineup. Larry's agreed. So Larry will replace Bill this weekend. And speaking of Larry, he's comfortably through 5-1. We're going to join his match with Spectre Dawn. We've got about 11 minutes to go, so we won't see it all. Maisie Dizzle, I'm going to give him... I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give him to the weekend, and then he's getting booted out the door because he's still not getting any funds, or not enough funds, because that message still comes up when I go and look at the manager page. Right, let's get in. Oh, we're in first. You know, if he was keen to get, I mean, I suppose there's no hurry because he isn't playing this weekend anyway. He wasn't in the lineup, and but I'm going to give him to this weekend. He's already been told twice. And as usual, Spectre Don's not in a hurry to get in the room. We'll be lucky if we see it. Well, here he is. He's in at last. So Larry's on the right. Spectre Don on the left. Well, unless I miss something, we're talking about the Hossein Vafai match with Mark Williams. Hossein Vafai was what was he? Was he 2-0 up or was he 1-0 up? And he's at the table and he pots the pink and doesn't go around the table to get onto the black. He wasn't in the right angle to go onto the black, so he had to run around the table to get on it. So he pots the pink and thinks that's it done, and then realises he's cocked up. He still needed the black, and then at the end of the match, he dashes out and doesn't shake Mark Williams' hand. I mean, what the hell did Mark Williams do all night? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the press conference after it. What the media would have asked Hossein Vafai. But you know, it's just not professional. I don't know. Mark slapped his leg. What the hell? Well, I must have missed all of that. I must have missed that. So what was it? An assault? The guy's an umpty for no checking the scoreboard. That's the first thing about it. And then he's an even bigger numpty for just walking out, not shaking the guy's hand. Right, so Mark slapped his own leg after Mark missed a pink or after Hossein Vafai missed a pink. Well, that's just like, are you old enough to remember Alain Robidoux? I think he was a French-Canadian player. Do you remember him? He was the first player that got pissed off when Ronnie O'Sullivan was playing left-handed against him. And he said that was disrespectful back in the day. I remember him going in a huff because Ronnie O'Sullivan was playing left-handed in some of his shots. He said it's disrespectful. There's nothing in the rule book says you have to keep playing with the same hand. I mean, you look at how good Ronnie O'Sullivan pots balls with his left hand. Right, so we're about 7 minutes away from this match. Let's just have a quick tab to the lobby. I saw Mark Williams getting 7 points taken away for hiding the cue ball. He did that before in a match years ago, and he wasn't aware of this new rule that they put in. Let's have a look and see. Sergeresh is there, so we've got a match coming up. We've definitely got a match. I don't know whether Steve's going to be bothered about this. I've got Discord on, just in case. I mean, it's not going to be the same standard as some of the matches we've seen the last couple of days. Definitely not going to be that. Larry's off and running, and he's getting balls in the break here as well. And has he got a shot in the one? Yes, he does. Now, thin cut, missed the pink. The 10-foot table catches a lot of players out. Slightly different perspective, having that bigger area to work with. That was a bad miss there by Larry, because he gets that one ball, he should definitely be out. Well, the thing I found amazing about it is that this was happening all over the country. That investigations were getting done for, money not looking right, and in the end of it, all of these people were getting prosecuted for fraud. All of the people that were running the businesses were getting prosecuted for it, and nobody had the common sense to say, "Hang on a minute here, let's check this software. Let's check this out." And surely the amount of incidents like this would flag something up. And you get people with court cases hanging over their heads. Fujitsu, who are the ones that supplied the computer equipment or the software, finally their boss responded when they were questioned about it, sort of said something to the effect of, yes, they should think about compensation and that sort of stuff. This will take years, by the way. It's already gone years. It will take years before money changes hands to compensate these people for the bloody misery they've been put through and the embarrassment and the shame. I mean, it's affected a lot of people, and some folk won't be around to see justice getting done. So heads should roll. But you know what it's like in big businesses like them. They've got clever lawyers to avoid all of that. So one apiece. Larry's missing the one ball, cost him that second rack. Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah. I mean, you think about it. I mean, if you're in a small village or a little local area and people know you, welcome to Dwight, and then this rumor gets out. Oh, so and so they've been diddling the books and robbing money. Think of the shame and embarrassment that not only goes to you but your family when they're out and about. It's humiliating. Right, let me do a quick tab. Oh no, I haven't started. Did I start Discord? I did start it. I thought I hadn't started it there. Let me also check something. Steve was out of the lobby for a while. I wonder if he's back. Well, he's in the lobby, but he's not in Discord at the moment. So I might as well just maybe wait and see if he comes into the room. So we're about a minute and a half away from this match starting. We'll see the end of this rack and then we'll get ourselves out. So Larry just needs to dig in and nick across to that left side. And well, this is just down onto the rail, back out. Just drop the 8 in, and no problem. So we'll give him that. He's not going to mess that up. Right. So we're waiting on the room going up. Wonder if I can still copy and paste. No, I can't. Hang on a minute. I'll just I'll do my spam in the lobby. I'll have one more quick tab. Right, good evening. Here's a little announcement.
It's another one-loss side match tonight. Josemacuen plays Sergeresh, race to 13. This is VP4TV, a Tactical Genius production.
So welcome to Steve.
Hi, Hugh. Hi, everybody. Should be an interesting match tonight. Aren't these guys about pretty evenly matched?
Yes, but I'm going to still say Sergeresh is the favourite. I think Jose is more inclined to make more mistakes, but I could be proved wrong. But I'm going to say that he needs to focus a lot. But you know, Sergeresh will make mistakes as well. I don't think there's going to be a great deal between them. But I'd be surprised if this was a bloodbath either way. But I think Sergeresh might be that bit better.
They're both going to make a lot of mistakes. I already know that's going to happen, but we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if anybody can break and run out. Be interesting to see how well they break. Wow, look at this guy's name in the lobby. Nguyen Hong Quang 0609.
Right, I'll change the colour in a minute. With Jose in the right-hand side. Race to 13. Right, hit the ball. Somebody, I'm getting bored already here. It looks as if Sergeresh is going to win it. Just.
And let's see what he does. And right away, he sends the cue ball right at the at the corner pocket.
Yeah, it got kicked up the table, but it was heading that direction. Yeah,
he did make a ball.
Right, let's.
We've seen that break is not a good break.
Here we go.
So Sergeresh looks like he's a poker player.
Long way to go with this cue ball here. I think you've got to get this running big time. This cue ball. In fact, he's doing the right thing. He's actually ducking. I don't have a problem with that because you can get good cover at least. And I'm
not sure he did. I think he may have left the edge.
Always left an edge.
He called safety too, which is really. I should just take that out of 10 ball.
Yeah, he's got enough of an edge trying to push it to the board, but he's got to get the cue ball running. No, got to get the cue ball running. That's no good.
Very good.
I mean, that cue ball needed to run another 2 feet there, and then he had cover behind the 5, 9, and 10. And this cuts.
The shot to play here is just a stop bank. You want the 2 to catch a little piece of the 4 and go up table. Oh, it went in.
Yeah,
I didn't think it went by there. Okay. Of course, that's not wonderful position there.
My lineup has changed for the weekend, Steve. Bill, I think I'm reading between the lines here. Bill said to me that he wants to have his match arranged in the 10-ball World Championships at the weekend, probably Saturday, I would think. It might be that, I think he's playing Matt, MC Clarkey, and it might be that Matt sent a proposal that clashes with the league night, and Bill was asking if maybe Larry could fill his place, so I got a hold of Larry, and Larry says he's okay, so Bill's out and Larry's in, and there might be a match on Saturday. That's all I'm guessing at the moment.
Interesting. Well, I'm not changing my lineup.
Oh, I thought that was going to the point there. Right, so here's a rack that the 9-ball, I don't know whether it goes in both pockets. Let's have a look. I think it does. Yeah, it goes in both pockets, so you've just got to choose a line that you're going to take. He doesn't want to go too far inside this 8-ball.
And he's on the 50-yard line.
Now he's going, let's have a look. So he's got to, in fact, he's too straight, as a matter of fact. He's far too straight. Now it's guesswork. This is the big heave-ho draw, hoping to hit the top rail and come back out.
That's actually the right way to play that shot. I mean,
it's worked.
That's how I play that shot in real life. If I get where the line is running too close to the ball that's down table, I just go to the end rail and out. I learned that watching Efren do it.
Yeah, see, I don't see the people that have got the carbon shaft. I just don't like the fact that they haven't bothered to change their cue and buy a black shaft cue. Sorry, a black butt cue, or a predominantly black butt cue, because it looks a bit daft having the black. Oh dear, hang on a minute. Having the black shaft, but some white and brown butt. That doesn't look too bad. But it's still got the. It's still got the sort of browny bit in it, hasn't it? Well, Sergeresh gets a free break here. 1 ball's going in. No. Well,
in spite of me criticizing his way he's breaking, he's 2 for 2 and making balls.
I don't know whether he can get that enough of that to play the combo, and I don't know whether he's got enough room to play the billiard either.
He can bank that 2-ball. He's got to cross over the top of it, but that 2-ball banks.
I'm not sure what he's doing. He hasn't said, he hasn't notified us of anything he's doing here.
He's playing safe.
Well, that'll do.
Pretty good safety.
He had loads of right English in the cue ball, so that when it did catch the rail, it sort of killed it. Manuel Jesus Torres. Now there's a Jose supporter if ever I saw one. Welcome to VP4TV. Or Ola, or whatever it is. Oh, Jose's going to get this safe as well, I bet you.
Nope. That was crazy.
Now, 4-ball goes past the 5 that side, and it goes past the 5 that side, so there's no excuse here for not taking everything at this end of the table. You just got to just tweak this a wee bit, just to get it away from the 4, give him some room. He's gone too heavy on it.
Yeah, he's still okay. A little bit of left English, just open up the angle a little, he's fine. He's going to draw it, which you could do.
Used all of the pocket, but it's gone in.
Well, now he's got to play to the open area here. He should back this up and just take the cut on the 6. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's good. He's playing some nice patterns here, this rack.
Now, is this a dead weight? Just roll this 8-ball down into the bottom left-hand corner. Yes, it is. Just go through well, maybe a foot to be comfortable in the 9, or is he? What's he doing? He's digging into the cue ball. Well, I think he'd have been better just running through. Now, it'll go forward and come back across for the 10-ball in the same pocket, or is he trying to drop dead weight behind the 10 on the other side? That's what I never know they're doing. Yeah, he's come out.
Yeah, that's the way to play it, just the way he did. And he actually played this rack pretty good. I mean, never really got out of line. Made good decisions. Let's see where the cue ball wants to go. Right at the corner pocket again. And this time he's going to come up dry.
What, you talking about the 2020 version you're downloading? That'll take you a while. That's about 150 gig. Can you imagine if VP4 was 150 gig to download?
No. No, I can't.
With the VP4 World Tour, where you actually have to travel, you actually have to catch a plane to go around the world to play your matches. Yeah, I'll be there for the match. How long is it going to take you? Oh, it's an 8-hour flight.
And that was a pretty well played safety there. So, got Sergeresh kicking. This is one you certainly can kick safe on. You got some choices on how you do it. And that's not one of the choices.
Now,
well, let's see what Jose can do with ball in hand.
Well, what Jose should be doing, what he should be doing is looking at that 4 and 5, because that's important. Now, how he gets in the 3 is going to be important to have a reasonably straightish 4 ball where he's just rolling through for that 5 into the top left past the 1, or is that the 9 ball up there? That's the 9 ball, so the 5 should be going in there. And so he has to be thinking about how he's getting there. It's straightforward enough as long as you can just get in a decent line.
Well, the 5 could go in the other pocket too. You know, if you have an angle back the other way is fine too. I mean, really, he could get on this, as long as he don't get a lot of angle on this 4 ball, he's okay.
Well, I think he might be hitting it. Is he going to catch any of this 6?
He shouldn't. He just roll this. It shouldn't hit the 6.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. If it keeps going,
that needs to go.
Now he's going to have to hold the cue ball and come to the rail.
That's about as much angle as you want. He can still hold this. This is a nice little soft draw. And he didn't. He came up a little short on it, but he's still okay. I have to hit this with a little left English, hold the cue ball.
That'll do. Okay, so far.
Well, this is encouraging. Both guys are, playing pretty solid here, where they're moving the cue ball well. They're making good decisions. They're playing safe so far. The level of play has been higher than I had expected.
Yeah, I have to say that so far, but we might have spoke too soon because it could all go downhill very quickly.
Like that?
Yeah, well, I think he's okay. He's okay.
Well, he's got enough of it. I think he was a little scared of scratching on the side when he was backing that up.
Now, I always play this just a little dinker right hand and just send it to the short rail and out the other side.
Yeah,
looks simple enough to me. To slow down though, you need to slow down. Welcome to Fast Eddie.
Hey, Fast Eddie. See what we got here. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You know, even that little bit more angle, that's why I said slow down, because, you know, these little angles like that tend to scare some of these guys.
Well, you know, you got a little bit too much angle, but it really wasn't a ball he should have missed. Now that really hurts. Run the whole rack out and dog the 10 ball. Hey, look at that. The cue ball. Oh, that's Jose. So Jose's cue ball was a lot better. Of course, he didn't make a ball either.
Oh. Now, what do you do here? Do you push out or do you play to spin and kick into the one? Because you might.
I would kick behind the one.
I'm thinking you might go behind that 5, but
that's a little bit of bad luck if you
I
left
think
the
it is
shot
bad
here.
luck.
Oh.
Yeah, he can get it.
That was nicely played.
He got it the way you want to hit it. He was just unlucky it didn't go behind the 5.
Yeah, that's the exact shot I would have played because, you know, it's an easy shot. It's available. Why push out? Just go ahead and shoot that. You're not going to get a better kick safe than that.
Now, these tables here, Jose, you should be running out. You're good enough to be running out this table because you don't have to move anything. The only thing you're moving is the cue ball. And he's already got himself straight in the 3, but the 4's fine enough to cut. And then he just has to think about going into the wide open space in between is that the 10 ball and the 6? That's where he should be going. He doesn't want to trifle with the left-hand side of the table. So just thin the 4 and get up to the side pocket and you're good.
Yeah, this is an easy shot. This is just, you know, that side of the table around halfway point or just like that.
Now, again, you know, if Jose's going to keep it simple, he's just going to do the same thing as if you're trying to come around behind the 10 ball, send it to the short rail and play the 6 long down the table here, rather than trying to trying to impress people here.
That's definitely what I do. The question is whether you go around the 7 or go between the 6 and the 7.
Or he could do that and hook himself. I can see he's not hit it. There you go. You know, these are the type of things that you know. See, you know the 7 ball's in the way, right? So it tells me that he's trying to stay outside the 7 ball there. He's trying to stay in the table.
He didn't put English on that.
No.
You got to put English on
you
that.
Got to help it.
Behind the 7. If you're going on between the 6 and 7, you still had to put English on it, but on the left instead.
Now he needs a big bit of luck. He ain't getting it. But that's a rack that should have been his. Little trivial things like that are, you know, costly.
That's 2 in a row like that.
Yeah. And that's basically why I said Sergeresh will win this in the end. You know, that Jose's going to do things like that when he knows fine well that 7 ball's a problem. So what do? You make sure you're avoiding it and getting behind it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not sure what he was trying to do. He definitely didn't hit the cue ball the right way, but I'm not quite sure how he was trying to play that.
Well, he should be nailed here unless he fancies cutting this into the side. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I mean...
No, I'd be nailing. I'd be sticking him up here. I'm sticking him right onto the 10 ball.
I'd probably be shooting. I mean, but... That's never that bad a play. I mean, and he's got him stuck on it.
That will do.
That ball is frozen. So he's going to be kicking off the short rail here.
Yeah, short rail, and you've got to. Is he trying to spin now? You've got to go short rail because I don't think he can get to the rail. So short rail, miss the side pocket. That's the rule here.
Yeah, it's a pretty big ball though where it's sitting, so he should be able to get this hit.
Now, what pocket did he call? He must have called the one bottom right. I'm betting that's what he called, and he's going to be hooked in a second here. Yeah.
Well, you're kicking again.
Well, he's going to risk the jump.
This is tough to jump that distance with a play cue.
Well, that's at least he got it. He got the hit.
He got over the ball.
But it's 3-1.
And he made it in the pocket he was shooting at.
Eventually.
That would have been good.
that would have been legal, yeah. Good afternoon to Vertical Liquid. Oh, Trump and Selby will watch that because this match should be over. Well, it should. I don't know whether they're first up tonight. It starts at 7. So Sergeresh has got the 5 ball, shot in the 1, 2 ball not a problem, 3 ball not a problem, 6 ball not a problem, out for the 7 ball. 4 ball I forgot. Well, it's 3-4 that is going to be the main one, and then how are you getting the 4 to get back onto that 6?
Yeah, getting on the 4 is the key. Gotta slow up. You hit that just a little too firm.
Now, what do you do here? Do you call the bank up and down?
I play safe.
Take the risk.
You thin the 3 with a lot of left English and spin back and hit the 6. Take the 3 up table. You know, you got to miss the kiss here. There's a kiss, so you probably can't put the cue ball on the 6. Oh, he was able to miss the kiss going the other way. That's interesting.
Welcome to Tam.
That was a pretty good shot.
I take it you're aware you're still up for Saturday, Tam. There's been a change in the lineup. Bill has been substituted by Larry. Bill might have a 10-ball tournament match on Saturday. So it'll be you, Coldest Pillow, and Larry. And if that match is on with Bill and Matt, I'll be in streaming it.
And that's going to be a missed call. So this is just one of those shots, you know. This is one of those shots that comes up in real life where, you know, this is one you got to be able, you got to be able to hit it, have some stroke. VP, this should be pretty easy.
It's good. So now, I think he's got an angle. I mean, I think he can spin this through and out. He needs to spin it so that it's coming out far enough so he's going to get reasonable in the 7 without scratching. And well, again, I think this might be more of a cut than it looks from this end. Yeah. Well, that wasn't great. That wasn't good at all. He should have been really into that to get back up the table. I mean, this is thin into the side.
This does go.
Oh, that was well done. Very well done. Well, Jose, you better get your act together here because this could end up a bloodbath very quickly. 4-1 now.
Well, it's looking like Sergeresh came ready to play.
Cue ball's gone south.
Boy, it's all going wrong for Jose right now.
That's a disaster. So, again, you look at the table, you're going 1 ball up to the 2, back into the table for the 3 past the 10. Now 4 ball in past the 7. 5 ball middle of the table, top left, or even into the, well, probably top left. And then you've got to get onto the short rail more than likely to play that 6-9 combo. You could play it between the 10 and 8. So
I don't like this choice going straight, but
well, he's a bit too much angle here. He's got to baby this in. Maybe he'll bump the 5.
He can bump the 5, or he can go up and down the table.
You know, or he could end up hampered over the 5, but he's okay.
It's good. I mean, this table certainly doesn't have any issues as far as running out.
Right, so
And
the 4-ball and 5-ball into the top left.
when I remember seeing him play before, he'd shoot all these shots really nice, you know, the way he hit them and the cue ball's good and stuff. And then he'd do something like this.
That's no good. I mean, that just needed to be sort of killed a bit to leave it into that top left.
The problem here is not hooking yourself on the 8. You really want to run into the 8. Well, he's going to go that way.
Needs to run, needs to keep
He's
going.
okay.
Yeah. So do you not sort of play this with a little bit of spin so you're taking the cue ball to the top rail? Because your assumption is the 6 ball's going to sort of go that direction as well after you've made the
6 ball's going to sit there.
Oh, he's killed it. That'll do it.
Yep. Barring any silliness, he should be out.
Yeah, this is what Sergeresh will do better than Jose all night, is getting out a lot more. He'll have less mistakes than Jose, and that's the pattern that's taken at the moment. Although it doesn't help when Jose is braking and he's scratching the brake. That's just giving Sergeresh even more opportunity to run the table and settle down even more.
Sergeresh's cue ball has looked real good, and that's key in this game. You're going to run out. You're going to have to move that rock because you're going to have to pocket a lot more balls than 9 ball. Probably at least 1.5 more, maybe 2 more per rack.
Per rack,
based on what goes in and stuff. There's another dry break. So I'd probably push this thing over. I'd probably bump the 6 ball.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that.
Now, he might well be put back in here. I think Sergeresh will give him that back.
This is marginal to play safe with. He may not. The safety's a little tricky here. I mean, there is a safe. It's a little tricky. You can shoot at this, too. I mean, 1 ball goes.
That'll do,
that was well played. There was a safety play there, and he saw it, and he hit it good. I mean, that wasn't a guarantee.
Very, very difficult. That's the answer to that question, Coldest Pillar. How do you jump with a normal cue? I'll tell you, if you want an answer to that, go and ask Yamaguchi Taru. He won't tell you, but you can ask him. Because he knows how to jump with it. He jumps with the bloody house cue. So he does.
Well, I think a house cue may work better for jumping than some of these other ones.
Well, he definitely can. Right, so the 2 ball goes, so ball in hand, let the angle out past the 8 ball.
I used to be able to jump balls when playing cue, but since I started playing with a 70-inch cue with a carbon fiber shaft, I can't jump crap with it. Not too many people play with a 70-inch cue. Earl has before.
He's going to be, is he hampered here?
Well,
slightly.
This is looking a lot tougher here because he needs to get down the end rail. Either that or he needs to just play for a safety. This is where you got to decide, should I just, make this ball and then play safe?
I think he's doing the big stun. Yeah, doing the big stun, and that's good. That's very well done.
Very good. Or should I do that?
Yeah, that's the way to take any doubt out of the question. Right, so plenty of room over into the table for the 5. Yeah, Sergeresh is doing a lot more good things than Jose's doing.
This is a totally different player from what I remember. I don't know if he's been practicing or what, but he looks way better than I've ever seen him.
Right, don't draw into the side. He's avoided that.
I'm not going to commentator curse him.
Perfect angle in the 6. Just a little stun and a cross.
Stun and don't underhit it. That's a mistake people make on that
Yeah,
shot. Just
don't
like
do that. Yeah. I mean, you
That's
think
a
about
mistake
it,
people make.
you've got another foot to play with there going over to the 8-ball.
Well,
Just making it.
You got to get a feel for that, you know.
Well, that was nowhere near the bank, and he's going to get away with it again. He's going to get away with it again, I think, is he?
Maybe not.
Not
maybe
this
not.
time.
I don't think he did.
Right, Jose, here's a gift. So, nothing to do. Roll the 8 in, go to the short rail, 9-ball into the side. Make sure you leave the angle in the 9, so all you're doing is rolling down past the side pocket for the 10 on the other side. So that's what he should be thinking. Now, let's have a look. Right, that's fine. So, we'll give him this.
When you get a shot like Sergeresh got on the 6, you got to realize that the tendency is to come up short and make sure you hit it hard enough.
Oh, I like Jose's picture. He's got, look at that sort of 3D name on the table. That's cool looking.
Yeah, he's got a stylish picture.
I wonder if that was AI that he used to do that, or whether it was, what do you call it? What's that, Photoshop? Well, Jose's breaking, which is a good thing. He's kept the cue ball on the table, but nothing else is helping him out here. And that one ball goes. Does it? Yes, it does.
So, it's a little tricky getting on the 2 here. That's the problem. Well, you got to consider playing safe here. I mean,
so look, does he want to jack up and dig into this and get to the long railing out? Because that makes the shot a lot more difficult that he's jacking up and having not much room to get past the 5.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to go forward and around. You can try to force it by the 8-ball with English. He's going to play safe, and I think that's a good idea because that was
look at
just not really so wonderful.
I thought he was going to sneak behind the 9 there, but well,
it looks like he left the window here.
What about the billiard with the 1 onto the 3 and see if you can get it in the hole that way? What about that?
That won't go.
No. That's no good.
Well, he's going to pay for that. This is safety 101 here. They don't get much easier than this.
Yeah, you're going to be doing this all night, Jose. Sergeresh has got the right idea. That's like a bit of Albinario torture you're getting.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Sergeresh's game. I mean, he might play pool in real life. I don't know what his background is, but he's certainly playing way better than I've seen him play in the past. I think he kind of understood what to do in the past, but had trouble with execution. And that's going to work.
Welcome to Bill.
I don't think it's going to gain him much. Hey, Bill.
So, Bill, did Matt? Now, Bill can let us know. I was guessing that Matt sent you a proposal for the match for the weekend, and you were obviously thinking of playing it at the time that Matt suggested. Is that the? Am I guessing right, or is it something slightly different than that? Well,
he tried to hold the 1 ball and it wasn't able to. But this is a pretty easy safety.
Feather, nothing. That's too thick. That's too thick because the 1 ball's moved too far. You see, if we'd feathered that, it'd have been good.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to catch the edge of that thing.
This is tricky. 2 p.m. my time Saturday, that is correct. Only time I could take off work and I already scared. Aye, that's fine, Bill. So that means that's 8 o'clock my time Saturday. You're 6 hours behind me, aren't you? Well, that's...
So,
I think he's 6 hours behind.
You should kick this one 2 rails so you get the cue ball coming up table. and he kicked it and hit it off of one rail, and that's why he sold out. If he would have kicked that off of two rails, he probably would have had a lot better chance of not selling that out.
Right. Well, Jose's going to have to get well into the table if he's going to cut the two. He's going to have to come to here at least. And that's a good pace. If it keeps going, that's pretty good.
That's very good. He ain't going to do much better than that.
He needs the right English. He needs to come across past the 10 and 8, and he should be good in the 3. He's overcut it.
Oh, boy.
You know, you've got to make that allowance for putting that little tweak in the cue ball.
Well, this one you probably want to go one rail into it. Because you want to hit the 2 pretty full and leave the cue ball there. Use the 7. Oh, he had that other edge. I didn't think he could see that other edge. Well, that was the play to do it if you could see that edge of it. I thought he was going to have to kick at it.
Now, do you play this with right English, Steve, to catch that 2 and send it out the table and hope that when you hit the 3, you kill the cue ball? Would that be the right theory?
Yeah, you can't hit that very hard, unfortunately. You could hit that with right English and try to kill the cue ball, but that wasn't sitting great to stop the cue ball. The balls were too far apart.
Yeah. So here's Sergeresh again with a problem in how he gets to the 5 ball. Let's see if he works something out. Now, he could do the sensible thing, which Spectre Don would do, and most of the guys, and just get into the middle of the table and leave that cut in the 5 between the 8 and 10 if you want to do that. He could end up with you could end up with a 4 down the rail here where you're rolling through, but you know, if you get into the middle of the table, you're going to have a cut, and you've got a window to get there. And he's good enough in the 4.
This is not speed sensitive. Going forward he's in a spot where he can go forward. He's actually in a spot where he can do either one.
Yeah.
And he's going to go forward.
That'll do it. Now, let's have a look at what he's got here. Well, he's got the angle. He's just got to avoid the traffic. Now, even if he came back the way and bumped to 7, that shouldn't do him any harm.
I'd go between the 10 and the 8 here. I mean...
Oh, look at that for a bump. Look at that for a bump. What are you watching this on, Billy? On the phone? Welcome to Mark.
Hi, Mark, sir. Evening, Mark.
Let's see what's happening and what matches up in the snooker. I'll put it to ITVX on my phone. Where the hell is it? I can't see it. There it is.
Decides to play a side pocket.
Now he's sort of
interesting choice.
He's slightly in between, but he's going side pocket.
And it's 6-2, and
it's a long way home for Jose.
Jose's in trouble here. I mean, if Sergeresh keeps playing like this, it's not going to be a close match.
Well, Trump and Selby are up first. They're playing right now. Now, I've got a question, Bill, and it might sound a bit obvious to say this. Is your phone not set that when you turn it on its side, that the image goes to like widescreen? So you should still be able to see the HUD, although it's small.
Well, you see the HUD either way. It's just one is taking better use of the screen. And he left an edge. I'll tell you what, that was another dry break this wreck. the braking stats aren't going to look good here.
I think at the end of the day, Sergeresh won't be worried about those numbers. He's just worried about getting over the line. Oh, you're right enough, Bill. Oh, that looks good. If it just dies there. Yeah, Jose's going to be doing a lot of this so far. Here we go again. Now, how does he get to that too? Well, he can. I don't know whether he can juice this enough past the 6.
I think he could go behind the 4, maybe. Well, no, that's pretty tight. Probably not. If not, he's going to have to mass A this around the 6.
Aye, but this is something you can't hit. You can't hit hard.
He can get to it 2 rails, 3 rails. Just go into the long rail. He's got a good angle for doing that. Just got to shoot this through like the.
That doesn't look right. No, that's not right.
Well, you got to put English on it if you're going there.
Oh,
he went directly to it.
That'll do it. He's got the hit.
Well, that's not how I was talking about. Other side of the 6 and long rail into it, or short rail into it, or short rail, long rail into it.
Well, at least he's not left him a gimme. I mean, this is a tricky cut. Few balls running around the table.
I'd probably shoot this in the side pocket.
Now I'm not sure what he's doing. He looks as if he's going to the long rail and ducking up table here. He's not playing the part.
You can shoot it in the corner. You've got a path. You know, there's a path you can run the cue ball on. He's just going to decide to play safe, which is not a bad choice, and he's played it well.
Well, is that 8 ball in the way? I think he can get there. I think he can.
He can. Pretty easy kick. It's just a question of can he kick it safe. Oh, he hit that way hard.
That's a missed call. Cue ball's gone as well. No, it isn't. Cue ball didn't go in, but the cue ball did. So here we go again. Here's another little challenge for Sergeresh with ball in hand. So 2 ball not a problem, 3 and 4 ball not a problem, 5 ball not a problem, back for the 6. So the angle from the 6 to the 7 is the issue in running out.
He's just going to roll this.
Now, does that
this should be pretty easy. You don't want to draw this. You just want to roll it. Yep.
So 7 only gets in past the 5. So
Jose hit that kick shot way too hard. You know, the way that was sitting, you know, he had some options for kicking safe. You know, a 9 ball, that's the stub shot. 9 ball, that might work because you can get lucky, but not in this game. So I think he's looking pretty good here. He wants to get fairly straight, and that's good. Can come back and it's okay if he leaves a little cut to the left, you know, because he can still go forward.
Well,
like that. That's fine.
Got a dab of left on.
TD bit of English, and he's fine.
Watch the side pocket.
Watch out. Well, that was close. Put a little too much left on it. So he's just going to roll through. Might get a little brush on the 10, but that's not going to matter.
Right, I'm giving Jose a target of 5 here. It's not looking good at the moment to get 5, but I'm giving him a target of 5.
What's he doing? No.
What's he drawing? No. What is he drawing this back?
Oh, that's completely.
I think he's a complete brain fart. Now he hasn't saw the 8 ball. I can't think of what the hell he's doing.
All he had to do was roll through that.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew it was going to bump the 10 a little, but it was just going to brush the 10. The cue ball was going to go through there.
It's puzzled me, that one.
He can make this.
Was he worried about bumping the 10 onto the 8? Is that what he was worried about?
I think he was worried about bumping the 10 and hooking himself, but he was just only going to catch a little piece of it. It was the cue ball would have rolled through, and that's not a good save. He might get lucky. Yeah, he did get lucky.
Well,
no, he did not. That goes.
Here's an opportunity, Jose, that you shouldn't have had.
Well, I mean, That's the first, or maybe the second one I've seen where Sergeresh did something screwy. That cue ball would have just grazed the 10 and gone through.
Well, there's certainly a few things baffle me about. That shot the other night there, it was last night, wasn't it? The one where, I don't know, who was it that played it? Was it Albie, or I can't remember who it was.
Oh, Albie did one thing last night that was screwy, yeah. I don't know, all players do it. I was just a little surprised the way he's been playing that he didn't realize he could just go forward with that. You're not going to hit it hard. See, that's the thing.
Territory.
You're going to roll the ball. It's rolling a little tops.
Yeah,
it's going to go through.
And little pace on it, so you're not going to. Oh well, he got there in the end.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of pace. I mean, the momentum of the ball is going to carry it through. You're going to get a little brush on the 10 because you were going to be able to hit the 7 very full. And
3-ball thought about it.
It was barely going to hit it. He's going to go back and look at that video later and go, why did I do that?
Well, that was dry.
Well, these guys have been breaking dry a lot. And that's a good shot. I'll tell you what, Sergeresh's safety game is pretty good. So this is a little tricky because you got the 2-ball there. I might actually call the 3-ball. You can hit this thin and get short of the 2-ball and come up table too. You can take a whack at this too. You can shoot this ball. I'm not sure what this is.
Well, this is not getting a ball. It's not getting a ball to rail. That's what that is. And
yeah,
I mean,
you could have played safe. You could have shot the 3. That wasn't a good choice. So, this is another table that's everything's in the open. See if Sergeresh is going to get out or make some other kind of mistake again.
Now, is he going to try and get right up the top of this?
I would go above the 8 off the long rail for the 4. So go between the 10 and the 8. That's the line you want to take. If you run into the 8, it's not the end of the world. I mean, could you get hooked? Yeah, but probably not. I wouldn't have played it like that.
The bump the 8 will work.
Yeah, I wouldn't have played it rail first there. But, I mean, that shot works, but the reason I wouldn't have played it that way is just less reliable and going straight to the ball first. And that's not very good. He needed to get that up into the middle of the table, like right in the center of the table would have been good.
Does anybody remember how Sergeresh ended up on the 1-loss side? In fact, I don't even remember how Jose got to the 1-loss side. I probably streamed it.
And that wasn't very good either. So he came up way short on that. He's struggling a little with his cue ball. I would cut this to the right. He's cutting it to the left. It'll work either way.
Well, it's going to be 7-3.
See how he decides to play this. He decides to force it over instead of using English. He'll just roll this one and shoot the 10 on the side.
Good evening to Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro's here. So I saw a little bit of the old Sergeresh the last couple racks, but he did get out this rack. So that was a job well done. Did a couple things with the cue ball I wasn't that excited about, but
he's pretty much going straight at it.
He got the cue ball going, a little better line. He's still dry.
No, I think he got a ball, did he not? No, he didn't. I thought something went in there.
the breaking stats on this are going to make semi-pros percentage look good.
Sergeresh lost to Tommy.
And I'll tell you what, from what I've seen of Sergeresh, I mean, that should be a pretty even match with Tommy. He's playing well. Maybe he didn't play like this against Tommy. Jose, oh, this is Sergeresh. So is he going to try to jump this, or is he going to kick it? I'd be kicking myself. I'd probably try to kick the one in the corner. That's going to be ball in hand for Jose.
Well,
So,
again, 1, 2, 3, not a problem. Four ball problem.
It's a little funny, and well, the 5 is a problem because if you shoot the 4 up table into the pocket in the kitchen, you can't get back for the 5.
Uh-oh.
Because the 5 only goes in the other corner. So, well, you could draw it back and shoot the 5 in the side. So Jose does the ultimate worst thing where you solve the table problem for your opponent and then give him ball in hand.
Mm.
And that's always a brutal thing to do. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's good.
With ball in hand, you should be ended up with better than this. He'll draw this off the other side rail. I mean, he should be okay, but
yeah, this is
not where you want to be after ball in hand.
Because that was looking like scratch territory. Yeah, he's sort of he's in that area.
He's okay. I mean, he's okay. This is just a lot of top. You'll go through. You're not going in the side pocket here.
Well, I'm not worried about that. It's just the slight angle. Well, he's read it, no problem.
Yeah. So
I always fear when these players are on a slight angle that they weren't hoping it was going to be, and then they have to dish up a shot.
He'll probably dink this and play the 6 on the side. Well, that was a little bit more than a dink. I mean, he may have been thinking he doesn't want to rub on the 10, but if you dink it and you rub the 10, you're still okay. You'd be in a better spot than what he just did.
Well, I'd just be going all out for the cut in the side and letting this run.
Oh, yeah, 3 rails. You just got to watch out for the 9 ball.
Well, I presume he was leaving it up table.
Yeah, he was definitely coming short because he wasn't going to be that
table
short
now.
on it. He's fine. I mean, this is all good. So
I wouldn't have left the cue ball there to play the 9. I would have spun that up the table a good bit more because now he's well in bedhead territory again. Probably easier playing the bank. It looks a good bank for there.
I don't know why you'd bank that.
Well, that's why he should have banked it. That's why he should have banked it.
That's not a shot you should be missing. But I will say that, I think the visual in VP makes that shot harder than real life.
Well, here's a gift for you, Jose. And 7-4 looks a lot better than 8-3. Especially if it's your breaknicks, then you might get a ball and a shot this time. Above all, keep the cue ball there. You ain't dead and buried yet, Jose. You've got to start taking these opportunities and finding the way out. You've got to get a ball as well.
I feel a safety coming.
No prizes for guessing here.
Easier than this one.
Welcome back to Tam. And, well, he's got it.
So he left a pretty easy hit. The question is how to get safe. Which side of the 1 ball you want to be on. Neither one's great. Probably the short side's a little better. I mean, this is really not a wonderful shot to be kicking at. I mean, hitting it's not a problem. Getting safe's another story. Well, okay. Well, maybe hitting it is a problem.
And he's going to scratch just to rub rub more vinegar into the wound.
If you're ever going to play the 3 file, this is a great table for it. Beginning of the rack, there's lots of balls and clusters.
Yeah.
Pin them on this 10 ball. Put the 1 ball in this
Well,
place.
that's
See,
poor.
that's not pinned. That's terrible.
That is poor. That is so poor with ball in hand.
He didn't even get the snooker.
I'll tell you something. That's the worst shot of the night right there, because that is a proper numpty attempt at killing the cue ball onto that 10. That is terrible. I mean, Sergeresh should be humiliated and slapped about the back of the head for that shot, because that is really poor. I mean, he should have buried Jose here with the 3 fouls. Tornado Tam's using the forward slash as well. Think he's in the chat in VP4.
Maybe he's using the /J command. Do you know the /J command?
No, I don't, but I'm going to be testing it in a minute. Does it work in VP4?
You can do a help and look.
No, it isn't in. It isn't in. There's nothing in /J in VP4.
You can do help and look.
Well, have you added the J command? What the hell is that? You're winding me up, Steve. I know you are. I can see it coming.
/help.
Yeah. See what he's put in here.
I just wanted to show everybody that there was a /help and you could get to things. People don't even know there's /help. Have you ever used macros /macro?
Well, see, macros. You know who I blame for the macros instruction, Steve? You, because you can't put something in plain numpty simple English. I can get the macros partially to work, but then again, I can't, because you can't explain it in a plain, simple, numpty way to do it. And I told you that a long while ago. So yes, I can partially get them to work. But see, you read that. I mean, you read this here, right? It says /Mac, key text, assigns text to macro key, then brackets, blank text clears macro key. And then /M invokes a macro. No key shows all macros. I don't understand that, because I'm thick.
That's pretty simple, Hugh.
No, it isn't, because I can't bloody follow the instruction. If it was simple, I'd be doing macros morning, noon, and night and annoying people in the lobby doing it, and I can't do it, which is maybe not a bad thing. It's maybe not a bad thing. Well, here we go. Jose, this could be 7-5. I don't want to put pressure on you. It could be 7-5 here. Yeah, that's right, Coldest Pillow. I'll have to message support. How long do you think I'm going to wait to get a reply in that one? You know what you should be doing, Steve? That's the type of thing you want to do a YouTube video for, to make it numpty proof and tell people. That's why I did the video for the X key and how you had a second camera and that stuff. I did videos on that, and did that for the saves room. And as long as people follow my numpty way of instructing people, then they know how to do it. We might still have a match on here.
See if I can follow the instructions. Here we go.
This will be a laugh if you can't even do it.
I put in a macro. My macro is on the H key. Look at. Oh no, it's in the room. I did it in the room. There it is. That's my H key now. My macro on the H key. I just amazes me that nobody takes advantage of this, you know? Because nobody even knows you can do /help to see the commands. Well, I will say this: the reason why people wouldn't understand stuff like that is because they never use a command line prompt. If you use a command line prompt, that's very simple instructions. And guess what? The chat's like a command line. It's not a GUI. So I could put a GUI interface in for it, but that's a lot of work for two people that use it. Uh, I just explained to you, yeah, you could do it with a whole GUI. I don't want to build a whole GUI for something that simple. How do I get the mackerel? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You put an anchovy on your line. That's how. Yeah, I use Vim. Vim's not my favorite editor, but I do use it. You know, well, he obviously doesn't use computers that much, or he know that you got to put quotes around the text on a command line. Well, he would have figured it out anyways. He would have figured out that he needs to put quotes around his text. See, just imagine if Stubb figured out macros. He could assign one key to say forces will nuke all. You'll see. I mean, he could write his whole diatribe and just press /M and one key and have it print out. Probably because he's either not in the chat or he knows he should ignore you. One or the other. That needs to get off the rail. He's gonna have to jack up and spare this one. He's gonna take the long shot. It's just like typing, except you're using a macro. It's just a substitution. That's what a macro is. It's a substitution. Well, Sergeresh gets back on track. I mean, if he would have kept going the way he was going, this match would have been over already. But he's kind of slacked off, and Jose has been able to take advantage. Yeah. Well, I'll say it another way. Sergeresh started out playing like he could win this tournament. Great safeties, running out every time, moving the cue ball well, and best I'd ever seen him play. And after he got to about 5 games, then he started kind of sputtering a little. making some mistakes with the cue ball and not getting out a couple times when he should have, and kind of let Jose back in the match. Yeah, Jose needs to run this out. He can't afford to get down 9-5 at this point. Or he wanted a little more angle than that. That's not enough angle. Six ball barely goes by the 10, so I mean he really didn't want to be on that side of it. Pretty good speed, but nobody wants this shot. Now, if this is me, I'm playing safe. There's no way I'm shooting this. No, this this is not that tricky. This should be like a 98 out of 100. See, the mistake he made there is he didn't run into the 10 ball. You've got to hit the 10 ball there. I don't care what you have to do with the 6 ball. You got to put it on a line where you run into the 10 ball. Trying to get the speed perfect is too hard to do. You have to bump the 10 ball on that shot. I think he's going to shoot it, and that's not even close. And kerplunk. Well, I thought that was a reasonable shot to shoot at, but he sure didn't come close to making it. I would shoot it close and go forward, yeah, with a little English and spin down to the 7. I mean, this is okay. It's just easy to come up short because the thing is the the when you have ball in hand, the way you judge how much it's going to roll out is where you put the cue ball. If you want a little roll out, you put the cue ball close to the object ball. Uh-oh. If you want a lot of roll out, you put it further away. In that situation, he couldn't put it further away, so now he's too close to the object ball, and that's what happens is the object ball or the he's too close to the object ball, and what happens is the cue ball doesn't roll out enough. Did you ever think about that, Q? When Hugh, when you're going forward with ball in hand, how you can make that easier by how far away you put the cue ball from the object ball. Yeah, well, I hadn't either. My mentor told me that, and he was right. Yep, I can hear you. I can hear you. Maybe you're muted for them. Well, he's
Oh,
got a ball in. I'm not sure he's got a shot here.
am I muted? Can you hear me now? I don't know how I get muted because I never touched any buttons.
Well, you want to see a shitty situation. This is it.
Don't tell me this has done this bloody weird thing again. Hang
And
on a minute.
that's a pretty good push there. See that push you? That's a pretty good push. So you got to go 2 rails on this and kick behind the 1, and you can get safe here.
Hear me?
Oh, he went 1 rail into it, and he got safe. Wow. Well,
What's
that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool shot there. Wow. Jose's got to be shaking his head. That was a good push out. Semi-pro, you still here? You want to see an example of a good push out? That was one of them. Because he pushed out to something that, Jose didn't like that much, but there was definitely a safety there. I think he was gonna get that back, but that was a good push out because there was not good places to push to there where that one was sitting.
Well, here's a choice for Sergeresh here. So one on the 3, and then find your way down to the 4.
He should run out here. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Just don't want to get straight on the 4 here if you avoid it. I mean, it's not terminal if you do. That's perfect.
Now, what's he going to do? Checking out? No, he isn't. He's getting 5 into the same pocket.
Yeah, that's what he should be doing. He overrolled it a little, but he's okay. He'll check this with a little English, or he could go to the side rail, and he decides to go to the side rail.
Right, so
roll forward and shoot the 7 and the side.
It's all simple enough. But that last rack that Jose blew the 7 ball, that was unforgivable, so it was.
That wasn't very good. He overrolled it, but he's still okay. Well, I mean, Sergeresh is starting to look like he did earlier in the match, where it's just like, I'm going to play safeties and run out.
Well, Jose got himself within touching distance, and then he's blown it. He's blown it big time.
Sergeresh can avoid the tendency to go on vacation sometimes, because you're not going to beat the best players going on vacation. No. But if he kept his level of play where it's at when he's playing right, then he's got a chance to beat a lot of guys.
So double figures for Sergeresh. Well, I'll say this for Jose. At least he got to the target I gave him. I gave him 5 when he was sitting in 2, but he should be sitting in about 7 at least at the moment, if not 8.
And that's another dry break. These guys are both breaking at under 50%. They gotta be. So I'd probably kick at this. He got a little too full. He wanted to get it where the cue ball drifted over behind the 8 and 2. But not a total disaster. I'd probably be shooting this because there's not wonderful safeties here. I'd probably just go ahead and pocket the 1. The biggest problem with this is getting the cue ball right.
Now, how's the bump?
And that's going to work, I think. Maybe not.
Well,
but, I mean, you can always play safe from here. He's got some good safety options here. See what he decides to do.
Now, it's tricky to feather off that 2 and go behind the 7, but he's managed to do it the other way.
I wasn't that excited about that safety because you can just sell out the 2 ball. I mean, he got away with it, but the 2 ball could have been sitting right in front of the pocket.
Well, he's got himself the reward. He's going to have to work something out here, though. 9 and 10.
Well, yeah, the 9 and 10, you probably play the combo. I mean, you could bump him. The 6 is right there. You pocket the 6 and run into the 10 because the 7's right there. So he's got a lot of options. I would not run into him now like this. That's how you get yourself hooked like that.
Yeah, again,
this is the wrong time to do it because he had other options there. And this is where, I'll tell you another reason why a good safety game is so important is that if you get down to if you get down to that situation and you can't get the breakout and maybe you don't get on a combo or, things go a little sideways on you, you can always play safe later.
I've just realised there Jose was trying to lock up the balls there. That's why I was wondering, because he was hooked, he just tried to lock up the 2 balls. Larry says, Steve, look at the break percentage in 8-ball world. What was that last night's tournament there?
That's on a bar table?
No.
If it's on a bar table, it should be pretty good. If it's on a big table, it'll be a little less.
I think it's in it. It's in the 9-foot table, the 8-ball world tournament,
Yeah,
I think.
still should be pretty good. Let's see.
It's off. It's off, according to Larry.
8-ball Wednesday double knockouts.
Yeah, that's it. So Larry spotted something not right with it.
They're all 100%.
Well, everyone had 100%. Right, so Jose, you'll get ball in hand again. Let's see what you can do here. How are you going to mess this up?
I wonder if that's a problem with. Go look at some. Is that a problem with teams, or is that all of them? That must be a problem with teams, because I'm looking at some of the other ones. The other ones are okay.
Yeah, but the 8-ball world isn't a doubles tournament, is it?
The one I was looking at was.
Well, what? It's not. Is it? It's not the 8-ball doubles, is it, Larry? It's usually on a Saturday night.
Maybe,
or Saturday afternoon if you're in the state.
Double knockout, double.
Yeah, it's a double. It's double elimination. That's what it is. It's a singles tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd all be 100. That obviously isn't right.
Albinario says, I think there is a bug with those percentages. I think there is, Albi, if everybody's 100%.
Yeah, that's I'll have to take a look at that. I think I tried to fix something on 8-ball before. Maybe it's only partially fixed.
Right, so cut the 7 in, back out for the 8 into the left side pocket.
Because with the average balls made being what they are, I don't see how it could be 100%.
Needs to keep going. Needs to keep going. He's left it short. He's left it short to make it simple.
He's okay. I mean, you just shoot the 9-ball down in the corner. He might dink this and try to shoot it in the side, but I'd roll it up and shoot it down the table. I just let it roll through. Oh, he's going to go to the corner. Okay.
Well, that
works too. Go to the other side of the 10.
Selby's just missed the yellow there, and he's going to lose the second frame.
Yeah, I think there's a bug too, Alvin. That doesn't look right. I think I tried to fix something with 8-ball before, and I know it was working better, but obviously there's still something wrong.
So Jose's got it back to 4.
On the positive news, I did a bunch more testing with Honolulu this morning, and I think I have Honolulu ready to go. Oh, and I made a rule change too, because I think the Honolulu rules were, kind of skimpy, the ones that I had. But I don't know why I did it this way, but making balls on the break is a missed call. And I just changed it so it's like bank pool. So if you make balls on the break, they're delayed just like bank pool does.
So they come back up.
Well, after your turn.
Yeah.
So the way it was, you make balls on the break, it's a missed call, you lose your turn. So you can't keep your turn. Whoever breaks is going to lose their turn whether or not they make a ball or not. So I changed it so that it's like bank pool. If you make balls, you keep shooting, and then those balls are delayed. Don't ask me why it was the way it was, because I don't have a good answer for it.
Well, this is looking like a good response from Sergeresh. A breaking run out here.
Well, he didn't want to be this straight on this 8-ball. That was a mistake.
Yeah, I'm watching the snooker call this pillow. I've got the snooker on my phone. Yeah, Crump's won the second frame. It's only races to 4 in the early stage of this tournament, so Selby's is what to do.
I thought it was interesting when Trump played in the U.S. Open pool. The thing is it's funny. You listen to people's attitudes about stuff, and I think a lot of people in the UK probably thought he was just going to step up on a pool table and play great because snooker's harder than pool, right?
Snooker players can't. They can't generate the pace you need for a good break in 9 balls.
It's not just a break. I mean, there's a lot of differences, but yeah, people have different ideas about things. I remember there was a guy over in the UK that I was doing a little work with. His name was Matt, and nice guy, young guy, probably about 25, and I was probably that time like 40. And this is like when IPT was starting up, and so he says to me, he says, "Who do you think's going to do good in IPT?" And I said, I think Efren's going to dominate it. I go, there's a few other guys that'll win tournaments, but it's going to be the Efren show. And he says to me, what about like Appleton and this and that, and starts naming the UK players. I go, well, somebody might win the tournament, but it's going to be Efren. And he says, well, isn't Efren over the hill? Because at that time, Efren was like,
70.
I don't know. No, he was like in his mid 40s maybe. So what ended up happening? It was the Efren show. Efren won like I don't know, 65% of the tournaments or something. Won the big tournaments. Thorsten Homan won one. Marvin Manalo won one. He's Filipino. I think Appleton might have won one. But yeah, it was the Efren show.
First to 5 called a spell. No, the matches that the snooker's playing at the moment is the first to 4 in the early stages of the tournament, and then once the knockout stages are passed in these tournaments, it then goes to like first to 5, I think.
Yeah, I don't think most players understand how good Efren Reyes was. I mean, let's put it this way: his break was mediocre. I mean, he did not break the balls well in any. Well, he did in one pocket, but anything that required speed, like 8 ball or 9 ball, his break wasn't very good. He won in spite of that.
I'm going to draw something, and I hope you're watching the monitor to see this. I watched a shot that Efren played. It's an old video that's on YouTube. The ball that he's hooked on is there, right? That's the ball he's hooked on. There's balls, in the middle of the table. I don't know. It might have been the 6. I don't know what ball it was. It could have been the 4. It could have been the 3. It doesn't matter. But he's hooked on it basically, right? And only Efren could come up with this idea. Have you seen it, Steve? Right? Efren plays.
Are you talking about the 2-rail kick?
No.
The ball that was frozen on the rail?
No. There's the cue ball is there where the end of the green line is, and where the arrow's going, Efren just bumps the cue ball into the jaw, straight down, and pops the ball in the pocket.
Yeah, plays it off the titty.
Yeah. And of course the crowd go wild. And the commentators.
He played a shot on me. He played a safety shot on me. I mean, I don't think anybody else in the world would have even thought of that safety shot, let alone shoot it. It was just unbelievably difficult, and he pulls it off. I mean, I was just dumbfounded that he even decided to shoot the shot. Now this is interesting. You got to come off the titty, hit the 1 ball. You're going to come off the 9, and it's going to come out to the middle of the table. Oh, he was able to hit it without doing that.
Let me translate what Larry's just said there. Larry's just said, I used to play that shot, but not as well, right? Now, I'm going to translate that into English. The answer that Larry should have given is, I've tried that shot lots of times, and I've never done it yet.
Well, I'll tell you something. That shot isn't as hard as you think. You can even You can even use English off the titties to change the direction even more. Um, I, I
Well,
knew a guy. His name's Sean Putnam. He actually played on a Moscone Cup one year. Watch out.
uh-oh.
And I was messing around with him one night. He started showing me shots off the titties, and he practiced them a lot. And I didn't have any idea how good you could be at, but when I saw what he was able to do, I realized that, it's another one of those shots that if you practice it, you can get pretty good at it.
Well, I wonder if we'll ever get the occasion in VP4 where we'll have that type of shot set up. I wonder if that'll ever happen.
Well, I'll tell you what, a very common one pocket shot is to be hung in the jaw and to hit the titty and come across and pocket a ball on the other corner at the same end.
Mm.
And that's a very common shot. It comes up all the time playing one pocket. Because when your opponent, rolls a ball into your pocket, he's going to try to titty hook you. Most of the time.
Well, not Larry, Jose, I should say, is going to survive another rack at Sergeresh on the hill. Jose is going to be breaking though. Well, he's got more than I thought he'd end up getting, but I think he's a fair bit of assistance to get there at the end of it. 5 ball, no. 3 ball, yes. And no shot in the 1.
Yeah, let's see what he decides to do here.
Now,
You could try to play safe here. I mean, the safe's a little touchy speed-wise. It's the biggest problem with shooting.
He's trying to spin in behind the 2.
That's well done. And if you can do that, that's the best option because if you push out, there's a chance that the guy's going to shoot it and do something bad to you, or maybe it's a shitty situation and the guy's going to give it back to you. If you got the safety, you might as well shoot it.
That's going to get a hit.
Well,
he's going to be nailed again.
That was the right play. The speed wasn't great. I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to just roll up. You really want to roll up and put the cue ball right on top of the 1 ball.
Now, let me have a look. Let me see
He's
this.
shooting
Why is he not just bumping that?
No, he's not
1?
shooting. He's going to leave an edge? No.
Well, at least he's got the cover.
He's going to kick off the end rail at this, and yeah,
I'm looking at that.
I don't think I'd hit this one easy. I think I'd call the 1 in the corner. Play it off the 2, or you could call the combo. I don't think the combo is very easy to make though. Although if you're making the 1, you're probably making the 2. That's the thing about the. Oh, he went the other way. Yeah, that was a hard way to go and get safe, though. Not that the other way was going to be easier, but I was thinking the other way with some speed and move balls.
Now, this is
just dink.
Yeah, a little dink. You got to. Does that 4 go into the side? Yes, it does as well, but he's more than likely to take it in the corner. Well, now he's sort of in between.
I would have played it for the side. I would have hit it with the other English and just killed the cue ball right there.
Well, he's going to hit this 7 if he's drawn into this, I think, isn't he? He's going to hit the 7.
He's probably going to go by the 7. Yeah.
Well, no, he's played it soft, but he's nowhere near the cut.
Well, he didn't make the ball.
I think it's hasta la vista time.
Yeah.
Well, you still got to get good to that 9 ball. I mean, you can get to it in a short reel.
Yeah, I mean, if you move the cue ball good, it's not terrible getting to it. You got to decide whether you want to play it short or not. I mean, you got room on the other side too. I mean, you can be
Well, he could be crazy right now and run the cue ball into the 10 and 9 and hope he moves something and still be in the 7.
You've got about 2/3 of a diamond that you can be out from the side pocket if you're,
He's not that dumb.
near the long rail.
He's not that dumb. He's doing the right thing. He's got loads of acreage to move the cue ball, but he's got to get into that tight space.
Yeah, well, if you're going to come into the short side, you want to get an angle back. So with this angle, you're going to go to the long rail. Can you go to the short side? Yeah, but it's not as good an angle. A lot more scratch potential here. See, if you had to cut back the other way, it's a lot easier to run into the long rail and get a shot on the 9. He's going to play for the. Now I would always take this to the 3rd rail, the other long rail. He didn't. See, he went to the end rail. I would have come to the long rail with that.
Oh, here's a challenge for Jose. Let's go to the other camera and see if we can get here.
Well, this is tough because you almost have to go forward this. Going 3 rails is hard without this steep angle. You'd have to blast it. He decides to go forward.
Slow up. It needs to slow up.
That's got to slow up a bunch.
Well,
he's still got a shot.
He's going to have to use the rail.
Yeah. And if you play this shot a lot, like if you're a 1 pocket player, this is a gimme if you're a 1 pocket player. I mean, this shot's easy. The key's getting a shot on the 10. You're going to rub the 10. You're probably going to shoot the 10 in the other corner pocket, same end of the table.
Oh, he's caught the 10 first. Game, set, match.
No, he hit the 9 first, I think.
Did he?
Yeah, he did? He got to the rail too fast, or he didn't spin it enough. One or the other. And that is hasta la vista, baby.
So that was, when did it start? 6:30, 90 minutes and 20 racks. So well done to Sergeresh. He marches on. Let's have a look at the bracket. That's not the one I wanted. That's weird. No. Right, hang on. That's still weird. That's better. Do we really want to look at these stats, Steve?
I want to see what the break stats look like.
So Sergeresh is through to play Hezeric. I mean, that'll be a tougher test for him. So, well, right, let's have a look and see what the stats were. Josemacuen, delete 1.
I think the break stats are going to be pretty bad.
SH, delete 1. Oh, goodness me, look at Jose's. 39%. You said it'd be lucky if they're 50%. Well, Sergeresh
made it to 50, yeah.
He just got there. Jose, 2 scratches in the break. 1 run out from the break from Sergeresh. Racks high run 1. 2 racks run from Sergeresh. 14 money ball shot. 13. Jose had 8 and 7. So yes, not all that impressive. I think there's only 1 match left on the schedule now, which is the one with Spectre Dawn and Cobra, which is Sunday evening at 6:30. I'll be doing that one, and there might be one on Saturday with Bill and who is it again? Matt. Bill and MC Clarkey. That's the one lost side as well now, isn't it? Yes, there they are. So that's still to be confirmed, but it might be Saturday night at 8 o'clock my time if Bill is saying it's 2 o'clock his time, because I think Bill is 6 hours behind me. So that'll be covering that one as well. Probably before it, I'll be watching some of the matches in the league leading up to the start of that match. So Steve's going to go and rewrite all of the macro stuff to make it simple for numpties. along with fixing the 8-ball. That's on his list to do.
I'm not planning on changing the macros. Good luck with that one.
So the league start on Saturday at 5 p.m. GMT. That's noon Eastern. Whatever time it is, another 3 hours behind that is 9 a.m. Pacific. And my team has changed, so Larry will be up for it, along with Tam and Coldest Pillow. So good luck, guys. Do us some business on Saturday. Get us off to a good start. Our heads will roll, because I'm ruthless, and that includes myself. That's why I'm not playing. And Maisie Dizzle is going to get to the weekend, and he's going to be out the door. So I'll be looking for a replacement. So get your names on the sign up as a player, so that you're available when we get rid of one or two of them. Right, well that's it, unless Steve's got anything else to say. I'm off to watch the snooker before I go to bed. Final day of the trial tomorrow. The judge will be doing his summing up, and then we'll be into the jury room for the decision. And then it'll be all over, I hope. Is that us?
Oh, that's a quick trial.
Yeah, well that's a week. It's a lot longer than I wanted it to be. I was expecting to be over in 3 days, but no. But anyway, it should be done tomorrow. I don't want to be going in next week when I'm back at work. I'm supposed to be back at work. Right, so thanks for watching, guys.
Yep, thanks for streaming, Hugh.
Good luck for those that are in the leagues. Good luck to Matt and Bill. If they do play Saturday, I'll be there. And we'll see you again soon. So take care and good night.
Oh, by the way, league people, you should be messaging your teammates. I just sent a message to mine. You need to make sure that the guys in their lineup can play, and find out if the guys that aren't in the lineup are available, just in case you need them.
Yeah, just a quick reminder. So with that, it is good night, and we'll see you soon.
Night.
Machines, no bowling alleys, just pool, nothing else.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Good night, ladies.